Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are people doing here? Back again with another video here. And man, it's been a really crazy week because, you have the whole thing, with Russia invading Ukraine. And first things first, man, I just want to send out my condolences to Ukraine and all the Ukrainian people. This is really messed up that this is happening because nobody ever thought that in 2022 there would be another war, and it seems like right now that history is just repeating itself all over again. And now there is another major war in Europe involving Ukraine and Russia, and recently, just yesterday, Lewandowski, the captain for the Poland national team, has posted, and the rest of the Polish players and, the Polish FA have also said that, they're not going to be playing the World Cup qualifiers match against Russia, which was supposed to take place, in 1 month, just mainly because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine and all that stuff. And me personally, I can really understand why Lewandowski did that. And, I fully support Lewandowski and the Polish football association's decision, because in life there are more important things than football, sometimes. And this is just one of the cases here. And I just think it's really messed up that we have to deal with this whole thing, and I also feel like that it's kind of unfair to blame the Russian national team for what's going on, in Ukraine, because because one of their players, I think his name is Fyodor Smolov, he also posted on Instagram, in support of in support of Ukraine, in the support of the Ukrainian people, and opposing the war, because he posted a Ukrainian flag emoji. So you really got to give him credit, especially in a country where freedom of speech really does not exist, because a lot of people don't know this. I don't really like to discuss politics here on my channel. I try and discuss football, but a lot of people don't know this. But in Russia, if you speak out against the government, if you speak out against even the current war in Ukraine right now, if you criticize Putin's decision to invade Ukraine, you could be arrested. You could be arrested and imprisoned. Because I've read plenty of stories on the internet before how there have been a Russian activist criticizing the Russian government, and they've been basically thrown in jail and all that stuff simply for making a post on Reddit. Well, yeah, Reddit, whether it was Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, it's like stuff like that you're not allowed to do in Russia. And, right now I am wondering whether FIFA is going to be taking disciplinary action against the Russian FA because, as of me recording this video right now, the Russian Football Federation has not made a statement on this war, whether they're going to oppose it or not, because obviously, I fully oppose the war because this is ridiculous. Like, nobody should ever lose their life like that in such a horrific way, especially the war, because it seems like, that things were finally going back to normal, especially, after these last 2 years, how the world has completely changed, with the Rona, and now it just seems like that, there's been a war in Europe. So it just seems like, that there's a lot of uncertainty for the future because, as you people know, as just a regular human being, we all want things to go back to normal. We want to just be able to live our lives in peace, us not have to worry about any wars and all that stuff. But apparently now it just seems like that things are just getting really, really crazier, And going back to this whole decision by Lewandowski and the Polish national team, to not play against Russia, like I said before, I fully understand why they are doing this, but at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, are the Russian football players really to blame for what's going on in Ukraine? Because it's not like, the Russian football team, was basically, supportive of Putin's decision to invade Ukraine, because I don't think that many of the players on the Russian national team, are supportive of Russia, in this type of conflict, and I personally believe, that it's not real, while it's not fair to blame the Russian players for what's going on, at the same time, this has happened before in history, for example, if you people remember back in 1992 when Yugoslavia was in a state of conflict, because prior to this war, the last time that we had a major conflict like this in Europe was 1992 during the whole breakup of Yugoslavia, and all that stuff. And prior to Euro 1992, the Yugoslavian national team was basically kicked out of the tournament, out of Euro 92, mainly because of the ongoing wars that were there in Europe and the Balkans at that time, really just a very very touchy topic to talk about, just a very hard topic and all that stuff. Basically, just to sum things up, a lot of people probably don't know this, but there was a country before, back in the 90s that was called Yugoslavia. And then, there was basically like this whole tensions between ethnic groups in the Balkans, and it just resulted in a full war, to the point, you know, where FIFA took action, and they basically, or was it UEFA? I'm not sure. I think it was FIFA. You know, they basically decided to expel the Yugoslavian national team from the tournament, and now I'm also wondering, is FIFA also going to do the same thing and, you know, expel the Russian national team from participating in the World Cup qualifiers because of the whole ongoing war in Ukraine right now, and because of, you know, Putin's decision to invade Ukraine and all that stuff. And I mean, really, this whole thing is just a really terrible thing that this is happening, you know, because it's like we just want to be able to watch football games, because a lot of people don't know this. I'm very passionate about football. You know, football, it's like something that I worship every day, you know, because a lot of people don't know this. Me being a big passionate football fan, you know, football is one of the things that keeps me going in life, you know, because people don't realize just how much football means to me. You know, even when I'm not watching my Bayern Munich team play, you know, I like to watch other teams play and all that stuff, because that's just how much I love football, you know. But it's just in times like this, you know, I was expecting the Poland-Russia game to, you know, to happen in a month, but now after reading the news, obviously it looks like that it's not going to happen, because Lewandowski is boycotting that game. And, you know, fair play to him. You know, he's basically, you know, just voicing out you know, his opposition against the, you know, the Ukraine conflict and all that stuff, you know. And I know also that I think the Sweden national team has also done a similar thing, and the Czech Republic national team as well. So I'm just wondering how this entire thing is going to play out, whether FIFA is going to be taking disciplinary action against Russia's football team or no, or what's going to happen. I'm not sure, but, you know, just this whole thing is really messed up, you know. And it's just it's like it's already February 2022, you know. And now it just seems like that things are getting, let's just say, really scary, especially like with the war going on, because I just want there to be peace in this world, you know, because a lot of people don't know this. I'm a guy that, you know, is all for peace and no wars, but, you know, it's just, man, just the fact that a war is happening right now in Ukraine is really messed up, you know, because it's like Ukrainian people also want to live their lives in peace, you know. And now it just seems like that, you know, just Russia's decision to invade, you know, the Russian government's decision to invade Ukraine is just absolutely just heinous, and I really don't know what else I'm supposed to say about this. But, you know, this is just very, very terrible that this whole thing is happening, you know. But you know, it looks like that what's going to be of this, you know, I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, really, dude, this is some scary times that we are living in. So I really just am in a loss of word, especially with the whole Ukraine conflict, you know, and Russia's decision, the Russian government's decision to invade Ukraine, because as you people know, I don't have anything against, you know, Russian people, you know, because there's many Russian people that are also, you know, very frustrated, and, you know, just there are also Russian people that are opposing, you know, Putin's decision to invade Ukraine. But the thing is, in Russia, you know, if it's like, if you protest against this, you can be detained. And, you know, I think that sometimes it's and I think that maybe the Russian FA is just maybe scared that they're going to, you know, be facing consequences for, you know, voicing their opposition in the Ukraine conflict. I'm not 100% sure, because obviously in times like this, you expect at least the Russian Football Federation to make a statement on this, but it seems like that's not the case right now. So we really have no idea how this whole thing is going to play out. But I mean, really, just the fact there is a war is just absolutely ridiculous, and it's just unbelievable. I really am in a loss of words, you know. It's like we gotta learn to treat each other as human beings with respect, you know. Just no more wars. Just treat everybody with kindness, love, and respect, regardless of what nationality you are. And it's like, I just don't understand why this whole conflict is happening. Like, this is just so unreal, you know. Just no other words. Don't know what else I'm supposed to say here, but except that right now, I fully believe that eventually, I think that, you know, FIFA or UEFA, they're definitely going to make a decision, you know. And so I think that's pretty much it here. And oh yeah, one thing I also forgot to say is that, you know, in Russia, you know, there have been many, you know, Russian people that have been, you know, actually protesting the whole, you know, decision by Russia's government to invade Ukraine. And, you know, you got to give those Russian protesters a lot of credit, you know, especially in a country like Russia where you have no freedom, you know, to express yourself. You know, you really have to give them credit for, you know, protesting, you know, this decision by Putin to invade Ukraine, you know, because this has been happening in many cities in Russia. I think Moscow, St. Petersburg, but it's just, you know, Russian police have been actually detaining the protesters. And that's the thing, I think, what prevents many Russian people from voicing their opposition to the conflict. So you know, that's pretty much here the video. Don't know what else to say here, ladies and gents. To all the people in Ukraine, stay safe, and you know, I just wish this whole thing was over, you know, because nobody deserves to lose their life over this. Seriously.